today we're going to make a dish called smoking pork. For that, I've taken a whole scotch that is about 1.5 kgs. This you can just get from your butcher. Just ask them for a whole scotch that's been skinned, deboned, and if they're nice enough, squared off. This is a Mexican dry spice. You could pick it up just as a taco seasoning from your local supermarket, or if you want to make one, it's basically paprika, cumin, a bit of salt and pepper. I also have some water, as well as apple cider vinegar. We're going to combine those into a spray bottle, which I have here, and that will be great for later on when we want to add some moisture to the pork while it's cooking. So we'll go ahead and just make that up. So I'm just going to take apple cider vinegar, roughly 100 mils, more or less is okay. You just want to make sure that whatever amount of vinegar you use, you do 1 part vinegar and 3 parts of water. So I'm going to take my piece of New Zealand pork scotch, nice whole piece, as you can see, put it on my board, and start with salt, just enough to give it a nice coating. Then we'll go in with our Mexican rub, almost like you're giving it a little massage. And we're going to let this go ahead and sit and marinate for at least 2 hours while our barbecue heats up. So the most important thing when you're going to barbecue is your setup. I like to use a chimney, which allows you to put the briquettes all in, light the bottom, and get them all really nice and hot beforehand. They'll turn to ash, and when you get that ashy white color, you know you're ready to go. Now our piece of New Zealand pork has been marinating for 2 hours and we're ready to cook. I'm going to go ahead and take off this plastic and put the pork into the tray. And then just add some water to the bottom. This helps retain moisture while cooking in the hot barbecue. So the barbecue is nice and hot. The coals are there, ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and set this whole tray right inside and add a handful of smoked chips. Those begin to sizzle and smoke straight away, and we just close the lid and let it cook for 3 hours. Oh, looks gorgeous. So here you can see, starting to dry a little bit there. So we're just gonna add some of the apple cider vinegar and water mixture we prepared earlier to moisten it up. And then close the lid again so we don't let all the heat out. The New Zealand smoking pork has been in the barbecue for about 3 hours, so I reckon it's ready. You want it to come to an internal temp of 69 degrees, so then once we wrap it in foil and it carries over, it'll come up to 71, which is the recommended guideline for pork. And now we just wait for 30 minutes. So we'll go ahead and open up the tin foil. You can see all those gorgeous juices in there. I like to save those to pour over the pork later, so I'm just gonna set that to the side. We wanna put this in tacos, so we wanna slice relatively thin. Just nice bits, nice and tender, juicy, slices quite easily with a knife. And there you are, beautiful New Zealand smoking pork.